Welcome to today's scripture reading with the Ayaba, Yashar-Jasher Chapter 22. And Ishmael then rose up and took his woman and his children and his cattle and all belonging to him, and he journeyed from there, and he went to his father in the land of the Philistia. And Abraham related to Ishmael his son the transaction with the first woman that Ishmael took, according to what she did. And Ishmael and his children dwelt with Abraham many days in that land, and Abraham dwelt in the land of the Philistine a long time. And the days increased and reached 26 years, and after that Abraham with his servants and all belonging to him went from the land of the Philistine and removed to a great distance, and they came near to Chevron, and they remained there. And the servants of Abraham dug wells of water, and Abraham and all belonging to him dwelt by the water. And the servants of Avimelech, king of the Philistine, heard the report that Abraham's servants had dug wells of water in the borders of the land. And they came and quarreled with the servants of Abraham, and they robbed them of the great well which they had dug. And Avimelech, king of the Philistine, heard of this affair, and he with Phicol, the captain of his host, and 20 of his men came to Abraham, and Avimelech spoke to Abraham concerning his servants. And Abraham rebuked Avimelech concerning the well of which his servants had robbed him. And Avimelech said to Abraham, As Yahuwah lives, who created the whole earth, I did not hear of the act which my servants did unto your servants until this day. And Abraham took 7 ewe lambs and gave them to Avimelech, saying, Take these, I pray you, from my hands, that it may be a testimony for me that I dug this well. And Avimelech took the 7 ewe lambs which Abraham had given to him, for he had also given him cattle and herds in abundance. And Avimelech swore to Abraham concerning the well. Therefore he called that well Be'er Sheva, for there they both swore concerning it. And they both cut a covenant in Be'er Sheva. And Avimelech rose up with Phicol, the captain of his host, and all his men. And they returned to the land of the Philistine. And Abraham and all belonging to him dwelt in Be'er Sheva, and he was in that land a long time. And Abraham planted a large grove in Be'er Sheva, and he made to it 4 gates, facing the 4 sides of the earth. And he planted a vineyard in it, so that if a traveler came to Abraham, he entered any gate which was in his road, and remained there, and ate and drank, and satisfied himself, and then departed. For the house of Abraham was always open to the sons of men that passed and repassed, who came daily to eat and drink in the house of Abraham. And any man who had hunger and came to Abraham's house, Abraham would give him bread that he might eat and drink and be satisfied. And anyone that came naked to his house, he would clothe with garments as he might choose, and give him silver and gold, and make known to him Yahuwah, who had created him in the earth. This did Abraham all his life. And Abraham and his children and all belonging to him dwelt in Be'er Sheva, and he pitched his tent as far as Kebron. And Abraham's brother Nachor and his father and all belonging to them dwelt in Haran, for they did not come with Abraham to the land of Canaan. And children were born to Nachor, which Milcah, the daughter of Haran and sister to Sarah, Abraham's woman, bore to him. And these are the names of those that were born to him: Uts, Buz, Kemuel, Kesed, Kazo, Pildash, Yidlaf, and Bethuel, being 8 sons. These are the children of Milcah, which she bore to Nachor, Abraham's brother. And Nachor had a concubine, and her name was Reumah, and she also bore to Nachor Zavach, Gakash, Takash, and Maacah, being 4 sons. And the children that were born to Nachor were 12 sons, besides his daughters, and they also had children born to them in Haran. And the children of Uts, the firstborn of Nachor, were Avi, Kereth, Gadin, Malus, and Deborah, their sister. And the sons of Buz were Barak El, Naamath, Sheva, and Madanu. And the sons of Kemuel were Aram and Rekov. And the sons of Kesed were Anamlech and Mishai, Benon, and Yaphi. And the sons of Kazo were Pildash, Meki, and Ophir. And the sons of Pildash were Arud, Kamum, Mered, and Molech. And the sons of Yidlaf were Mushan, Kushan, and Mutsi. And the children of Bethuel were Sekar, Lavan, and their sister Rivkah. These are the families of the children of Nachor that were born to them in Haran. And Aram the son of Kemuel and Rekov his brother went away from Haran, and they found a valley in the land by the river Parath. And they built a city there, and they called the name of the city after the name of Pethor, the son of Aram, that is Aram Naharaim, unto this day. And the children of Kesed also went to dwell where they could find a place. And they went, and they found a valley opposite to the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they there built themselves a city, and they called the name of the city Kesed, after the name of their father, that is the land Kestema unto this day. And the Kasdim dwelt in that land, and they were fruitful and multiplied exceedingly. And Terach, father of Nachor and Abraham, went and took another woman in his old age, and her name was Pelilah. And she conceived and bore him a son, and he called his name Soba. And Terach lived 25 years after he begat Soba. And Terach died in that year, that is in the 35th year of the birth of Yitzchak, son of Abraham. And the days of Terach were 205 years, and he was buried in Haran. And Sova, the son of Terach, lived 30 years, and begat Aram, Achlis, and Merich. And Aram, son of Sova, son of Terach, had 3 women, and he begat 12 sons and 3 daughters. And Yahuwah gave to Aram, the son of Sova, riches and possessions and abundance of cattle and flocks and herds, and the man increased greatly. And Aram, the son of Sova, and his brother, and all his household, journeyed from Haran, and they went to dwell where they should find a place, for their property was too great to remain in Haran, for they could not stop in Haran together with their brethren, the children of Nachor. And Aram, the son of Sova, went with his brethren, and they found a valley at a distance toward the eastern country, and they dwelt there. And they also built a city there, and they called the name thereof Aram, after the name of their eldest brother, that is Aram Sova, to this day. And Yitzchak, the son of Abraham, was growing up in those days, and Abraham, his father, taught him the way of Yahuwah, to know Yahuwah, and Yahuwah was with him. And when Yitzchak was 37 years old, Yishmael, his brother, was going about with him in the tent. And Yishmael boasted of himself to Yitzchak, saying, I was 13 years old when Yahuwah spoke to my father to circumcise us, and I did according to the word of Yahuwah, which he spoke to my father. And I gave my soul unto Yahuwah, and I did not transgress his word, which he commanded my father. And Yitzchak answered Yishmael, saying, Why do you boast to me about this, about a little bit of your flesh, which you did take from your body, concerning which Yahuwah commanded you? As Yahuwah lives, the Elohim of my father Abraham, if Yahuwah should say unto my father, Take now your son Yitzchak, and bring him up an offering before me, I would not refrain, but I would joyfully accede to it. And Yahuwah heard the word that Yitzchak spoke to Yishmael, and it seemed good in the sight of Yahuwah. And he thought to try Abraham in this matter. And the day arrived when the sons of Elohim came and placed themselves before Yahuwah, and Satan also came with the sons of Elohim before Yahuwah. And Yahuwah said unto Satan, Whence come you? And Satan answered Yahuwah and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Yahuwah said to Satan, What is your word to me concerning all the children of the earth? And Satan answered Yahuwah and said, I have seen all the children of the earth who serve you and remember you when they require anything from you. And when you give them the thing which they require from you, they sit at their ease and forsake you, and they remember you no more. Have you seen Abraham, the son of Terach, who at first had no children, and he served you and erected altars to you wherever he came, and he brought up offerings upon them, and he proclaimed your name continually to all the children of the earth? And now that his son Yitzchak is born to him, he has forsaken you. He has made a great feast for all the inhabitants of the land, and Yahuwah he has forgotten. For amidst all that he has done, he brought you no offering, neither ascending smoke offering, nor peace offering, neither ox, lamb, nor goat, of all that he killed on the day that his son was weaned. Even from the time of his son's birth till now, being 37 years, he built no altar before you, nor brought any offering to you, for he saw that you did give what he requested before you, and he therefore forsook you. And Yahuwah said to Satan, Have you thus considered my servant Abraham? For there is none like him upon earth, a perfect and an upright man before me, one that fears Elohim and avoids evil. As I live, were I to say unto him, Bring up Yitzchak your son before me, he would not withhold him from me. Much more if I told him to bring up an ascending smoke offering before me from his flock or herds. And Satan answered Yahuwah and said, Speak then now unto Abraham as you have said, and you will see whether he will not this day transgress and cast aside your words. Thank you for watching. Today's scripture reading with the Ayaba, Yashar-Jasher Chapter 22. And with that, I will leave you with Shalom.